If you watched LEC recently, you probably caught a pick that nobody was ready for.
Oh, stop. Oh!
Yup, it's not a fever dream, that's Fiddlestick support. Not just any Fiddlestick support, tank Fiddlestick support. This isn't even a niche counter pick, because we made this build popular by getting to Challenger with it, and in the next few minutes we will show you exactly how to do it. As a brief summary, Fiddlestick support is the absolute king of disruption. He has an AoE silence on a low cooldown and a 2-second fear that can potentially proc on all 5 opponents at once. When we add them together, that's potentially 4 whole seconds of disables for an entire enemy team. Now, when it comes to runes, your keystones will be Arcane Comet, which when paired with Scorch gives you a lot of poke damage with your E. In some situations, you will see that I'll go Aftershock into engage lanes, but I've been preferring the Arcane Comet a lot more. Once you get to level 6, Axiom Arcanist will increase the damage of your ult while reducing the cooldown of it as well. Lastly, Transcendence will allow you to chain your CC even faster. For your secondary runes, you would want to take Grisly Mementos to reduce the cooldown of your effigies to clear vision faster and to get more vision out on the map. Then Ultimate Hunter to reduce your ult cooldown even more. For your stat runes, the best ones will be Ability Haste, Movement Speed, and Scaling Health. If you're playing into engage lanes like Leona and other lanes, consider taking Flat Health if you think you might need a bit more survivability in the first few levels. For summoner spells, Flash is an obvious one, but going heal lets you peel for your AD carry with a quick burst of health and gives you a boost of movement speed either to escape or to chase someone down. For your skill order, you will always want to take E level 1 for poke, then Q for the level 2 all-in potential and peel, with leveling W at level 3. The W does not do so much damage if we don't get a lot of ability power, but it does have a few cases where it will reveal targets in stealth, let's say a Kali's in Shroud, so there's a lot of uses for it. From there, you want to max your Q first to increase the fear duration, then E for the extra damage, and W last. As we load into the first few minutes, the mindset to bring into the early game is to pressure your opponent by maintaining a health advantage, similar to an enchanter with poke like Nami or Lulu. From level 2 to 5, you want to poke with your E as much as possible, because the mana cost on it is incredibly low. You'll actually gain all the mana back every time it comes off cooldown. After level 2, using your Q is quite simple. You will either use it to peel an opponent away from your AD carry, or use it as extra CC when catching them out. Now, to change things up a bit, we'll go over each item right after we buy them in this bot, so you can see the exact contents for each choice. We'll also talk about the mid and late game once the bot reaches that point as well. Let us know in the comments if you want more content on Fiddlestick, and we will cover advanced topics like these ones. Enjoy the video. I missed. Damn, I missed again. 3 misses in a row, chat. 4 misses in a row, chat. Yes! I don't miss 5 times in a row. Huge! Oh, he lost the cannon shot. But so did we. I think we had more chances on the turret, not gonna lie. At least we killed Gwen topside. I think we had more chance on the turret. Right here, you'll see that we buy boots first so that we can catch our opponents with E and Q. Along with the Swifties upgrade, you will see how the extra movement speed will help us a lot in the next few minutes by catching up to opponents and outrunning them as well. That actually got an assist. which is probably the worst part, right? When you hit the like, why are you just constant recalling every time? You need to hit the tower when Rel is perma fucking roaming. As long as Rel is not bot lane, you need to chill, right? Oh my god. So Rel came right there when I clicked off. Oh, that's unlucky that. My bad. Game is looking very hard, but I knew this. This is kind of why I wanted to dodge, but opted into not dodging because it takes so long for the games to start. They know. Holy! Okay. Good job. Took a tower shot. Couldn't even get into fucking fear of the Tristana because of the Rel. Shit. My bad. The thing with Rel is that I cannot stand on top of Jinx, right? Which means, because of the AoE, which means I have to stand further away from Jinx, which then also makes it harder for me to click Q, because Q is not the longest range, right? With the tower gone, we are getting into the mid game. From here, our role as a support is to predict when fights will happen and disrupt the enemy team as much as possible with fears and silences. One massive difference between tank Fiddlestick and AP Fiddlestick is the fact that you don't need to hype around brushes all the time like jungle Fiddlestick and rely on hitting the perfect ult. Since you're deceptively tanky, you can use your Q and E multiple times without dying, so don't be afraid to use your ult more like a dash and play more like a peeler instead of an assassin. You will want to position yourself either next to your carry or slightly in front of them to make the enemy go through you first. As you will see in a few minutes, we start buying items that help us peel for our carries. Since we're playing against the dive comp with Viego, Ahri, Tristana and Rel, you will see that we opt for more of the peeling playstyle to keep Jinx alive. More people would be close with Gwen doing that. Okay, well, 1 for 1, that's fine. Locket is a great item in this game, because the shield denies the resets from Ahri, Viego and Tristana. It's also great since the damage spread is quite evenly mixed between AD and AP. Depending on the game state, you could also buy Trailblazer if you need to play more like a catcher and gator to chase people down. We're going Locket this time, because the team we're playing against is a dive comp, so we don't need the movement speed to chase them since we need to prioritize staying alive when they engage on us. I don't think we can play this up here. No one we can. The fear is so OP. The fear is so OP, dude. That's a big shutdown for Jinx randomly. They shouldn't be able to, like, we should play Dragon, no? Why are we going, not Dragon, sorry. We should play Tower. Fucking managed to stop my ass again. This is why we built Tank Fiddle, by the way, so when they engage on us like that. No. I'm the worst Rift on the West, it seems. I had them caught out, but nope, the other way around. No Baron, no Dragon. Let's hope Pen can live. He can. Back off. My bad, my bad. No idea why we're going in. Now we're all dying for no reason. There's so much shutdowns. Just Jinx and I dying, fair enough, but why they were out? No! Ignoring the misplay all of us just made, we just bought Zeke's. The reason why this is a good item isn't just because of the armor and magic resist, but because it slows everyone around you when you cast your ult. Since we've been playing more like a peeling sport, it's going to be especially useful as a zoning tool against melee champions like Gwen and Viego. If we can still get Dragon, we're back where we need to be. But Gwen just did get disgustingly fed, right, out of nowhere. And I started it. To be fair, I instigated it, right? Without Rel, hard to engage, right? Great, we got it. I think I go Knight well here. Usually Redemption is a good choice since it synergizes well with the Locket shield to guarantee your allies stay alive for the heal. But since Jinx is the big hyper carry, we choose Knight's Vow to keep her alive as much as possible. Rel? Bad ult, yeah. I don't know. It's not very fun to lose to a bot one trick like this. It is not fun to lose to a bot one trick like this. Because a lot of them believe that if they just target ban bot, then they get a free win, right? Which is just not the case. Still miss old Rel? The new Rel is good as well. The old Rel was a bit of a movement speed creep now. And the Viego did no damage in this game. But like, it's very hard to play Viego into Fiddlestick. Like, it's incredibly hard to play melee junglers into Fiddlestick. He spammed XD in chat, why? Like, legitimately why?